And this is how we get down. What's up, everybody? Welcome into TTL Prime Time Live. I am your boy, the coach. And what a day we have had thus far in the National Football League. As we're coming on the air live right now, Saquon Barkley scores for the Eagles. They have now gone out to a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter. Some other live updates as we start the show. Tampa Bay up by 1 in Carolina. Pivotal game there. And the other game just went final. The Rams come back to beat the Saints in New Orleans 21-14. Now, some other results today before I bring the crew in, and they are stocked and ready to go tonight for the 49ers and the Bills. But what about the Steelers today? They scored 44. Russell Wilson over 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. The Bengals have now scored over 38 3 times this year. They've lost 2 of those 3. Their defense absolutely sucks. How about the Vikings coming back from 13 down? They improved to 10-2. They beat the Cardinals, who were in first place no longer. It's now Seattle. Commanders score 42 this afternoon. They improved to 8-5. Their losing streak is now over. How about the Colts? They scored late in the game. Go for 2. They win 25-24. The Texans, a lot happened in that game. Trevor Lawrence knocked out the linebacker, knocked out who knocked him out. And then the Texans lost 14 late points, but they still win by 3. Seahawks, Chargers, they get it done as well. All right. Without further ado, it's time to get down to business. It's time to look forward to a very snowy Sunday night football game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills coming off a bye week. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the picks. Oh, and look who I've got tonight. 3 gorgeous faces. And we start with my partner, our 5-tool player. And once again, AB, your Titans helped me cash my over today, but they lose, allowing 42. Busy afternoon. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, coach, boys, crew, everybody. Yeah, I mean, the Titans are a disaster. Like, it was 21-0 before everybody got a hot dog and sat down. Look, the biggest thing for me right now, the Baltimore Ravens and Justin Tucker, he's missing his holder. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. It's massive. It changes the entire dynamic of how the Ravens are built. They used to be, you had to play 100 yards on a field. They only had to play 65. Now they can't even use a field goal kicker anymore, and he missed an extra point. So you have to always score touchdowns. This is massive for a team that has Super Bowl implications.
All you see on social media is memes and GIFs about Justin Tucker. It's gotten that bad. He's 5 for his last 13 from beyond 50 yards. And we talked about it, guys, haven't we? These kickers these days, that's automatic. We're going 60 now. But Justin Tucker, you can see it in his eyes, AB, the doubt. He has no clue what's going on. And right now they're down by 9, and he's missed a field goal. It plays out right there.
3 field goals and an extra point.
Horrible, 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 horrible. Now, speaking of horrible, this man is a Giants fan, and he is our resident Northeastern fan. He keeps us up to date. The Pats today, Big Tommy, they lose late, allowing a 2-point conversion for the win. Good evening, sir.
How are you, Coach? Yes, the Pats did lose today, but, man, they're a coming-up team, man. I really like Drake May. I wish the Giants made the move to get Drake May. I think him and Jaden Daniels were the steal of the draft. But you know what, the game that surprised me was the Bengals scoring over 30 points, like you mentioned in the open, and losing again. What is going on with that team?
I think today was it for them. Mathematically, are they still alive? Yes, but at 4-8, they're just not going to do it. Their defense can't stop anybody. Now, this man lives in the Maryland, D.C. area. He is our guy when it comes to the Ravens and the Commanders. And Seabass, the only 5-star chef in the game. Commanders look pretty salty today. Good evening.
Coach, yeah, the Redskins. Look, we talked about this on the show a couple of days ago, that the buzz for them to be called the Redskins is really picking up steam again. But, man, they came out after losing 3 in a row, and they look solid. I actually had the whole restaurant, right, where we got the game on because it's Redskin country. Everybody's watching. I had a guy come up to me. He's like, hey, can we put on the Steelers game? And my AGM was like, oh, yeah, sure. I was like, if you touch that TV, sir. Like, everybody in here is watching this game. They're cheering. They're screaming. It's a good vibe. And you want to turn on the Steelers game, which was a very good game. But, man, yeah, Cincinnati. They remind me of, Coach, of your Chiefs from early and was it end of Marty Schottenheimer, beginning Andy Reid, or even those early Sean Payton, Drew Brees years in New Orleans where they're putting up a ton of points, but they can't win games because the defense is terrible.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You cut out that last like 10 seconds,
Yeah,
so I
I
have
bet I
no
did.
idea. And by the way, did you guys notice, because it's so ingrained, you didn't say Commanders once. You used the old name that could be coming back. They're having a petition, apparently, to bring it back there locally. So, yeah. Oh, that was intentional.
Intentional, coach. So my older brother, I was over there yesterday. We did our little family Thanksgiving. He's been a Redskins season ticket holder for as long as I can remember. But we were talking about it last night, and he said the vibe in the stadium, that nobody wears Commanders gear at the stadium. Like the long time real fans, nobody's wearing Commanders gear, coach. They're all in their old school skin stuff.
Well, right now, nobody's wearing their Ravens gear because the Eagles just stopped them on 4th down. So now the Eagles are going to take over, up 9, 6:11 to go in the game. And Lamar Jackson, he ain't looking like the MVP today, boys. It looks like it could be Saquon Barkley. Oh, wow, the Eagles. Talked about this morning, didn't we, AB? I said the Eagles are the second best team in football. I did not get the spread, and I am looking correct. Up 9, their defense has looked awesome today. Are you surprised that they're up by 9 this late in the game?
No, I mean, this defense is, like we said it, dude, this is a top 3 defense on all sides. Like, the Eagles aren't even really concerned about points. They're just keeping you out of the end zone. Yeah, man, the Eagles are for real, dude. This team is good.
For real. They just continue to win week after week after week. All right, on your way in, please hit that like button for us. It really helps the show grow. It helps the channel and brand grow. Shout out to Matty goes, thanks for shutting that noise down, Steve S. Change the channel, please. Get the heck out of here. Hopefully I read that in the correct voice. All right, tonight, a big one. It is in Orchard Park. Why do I say Orchard Park? Because in Buffalo, literally 1 inch of snow earlier today. In Orchard Park, 14 miles away, over 18 inches, and it's continued to snow. I said today, are they paying people $15 an hour to come and shovel? I was incorrect. It's $20 an hour to have people out there shoveling today. And they were there, and they got pizza, and they got hot drinks, AB. I believe I saw you in the stands with a shovel today once you found out that you got free pizza today.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. If that was my squad, I'd be out there. Give me a shovel, dude. Now, you want to slide me a field pass, I can do that too. I'll take care of it all myself. Get rid of the rest of these punks out here.
I know you would. He'd have the hat on backwards, ready to go, sweating in the snow as only OGs can. I absolutely love it. There's going to be a lot of sweating going on tonight. And the Bills are on this roll, AB, and now they're coming off a bye week. So they're going to be healthy. They're going to be rested. And the 49ers, the schedule makers, did them no favors. Going to Green Bay, back home, now going to Buffalo in the snow and back home. Your take.
Yeah, it's brutal. Now, and you just spoke about it, man. That's the key right here. The Buffalo Bills, look, coming off of a bye week, all right? And going into that, they've won 6 straight. 5 straight, they've scored 30 points or more. This team is hitting on its absolute peak of what this team is built to be. They're just crushing folks out here. Josh Allen, his game is just on fire, both in the air and on the ground. Like, when you talk about balance, the Bills are the epitome of that right now. We'll see how it looks in the snow tonight. But yeah, San Francisco, yeah, no favors done for them.
Quick live update. Matt says, same Pat, have Bucks -3. I'm stressing. The Bucks just kicked a field goal, guys. So they're going up 4 with 3 minutes to go in the game on Carolina. So we'll keep you updated on that game. And Philadelphia does get a first down, 5 minutes to go in the game. They're up 9. That drive continues. Seabass, let me come over to you, because not only is this a big game for the Bills to stay within 1 in the loss column behind the Chiefs, but the 49ers, if they lose tonight with Seattle winning today, this could really put a stamp on their season. And even 2 games back might be too many in this division.
It's definitely a lot for San Francisco. They really need to come out tonight. But again, you mentioned it. The schedule did them no favors, having to go all the way across the country again, playing in terrible weather. Buffalo's been hot, and I think they're going to be the beneficiary of having a bye week and getting to prepare for this game.
No doubt about it. Big Tommy, let me come over to you, because when you look at this game on the calendar, obviously it's going to be a big one. But how much do you think the weather whether or not there is snow on the ground, I'm sure they got it off. It's heated, all of that. But the actual weather and the wind could play a factor in the Northeast tonight. You're the only one of us that lives there now.
Yeah, the weather's a big deal. You know what's the big deal, Coach, is the wind. If the wind is a big deal in this game, it's going to hinder what both teams have to do, and that means they have to run the ball. I like McCaffrey running the ball here tonight, and the wind is the biggest thing. I think the field's going to be clear. I think there's not going to be any snow. I think the traction will be good. The biggest factor is the wind in Buffalo tonight.
And we're going to be taking a look at that in the no-fly zone coming up in about 7 or 8 minutes with AB looking at Brock Purdy, who is scheduled to be back tonight after missing one game. And, of course, the leading odds getter, I guess, in the MVP race. And that, of course, is Josh Allen. All right, let's get into our picks, guys. AB, I want to start with you. We're going to do our straight picks, and then we will do our prop picks. So I'm going to start. I'll let Seabass start because I want to have a little fun with Tommy. Seabass, you got me. Is this a little teaser that you're putting together for me? Start us off.
Coach, it is a teaser. I like Buffalo in this game. You know, a lot of people think when the weather is bad, right, whether it's rain or snow like we have in this case, scoring's not going to be there. But I think we see the opposite tonight. And I think with the field the way it is, we might see a little bit of running. The running backs know which way they're going to go. The linebackers, DBs, they don't know. So I think we're going to see some points here, but I'm going to bring those totals down a little bit. Give me the Bills -0.5 and then over 38.5.
It's a really, really smart way to do it. And I think the only thing you'll have to sweat is potentially the points, not the Bills, which brings me to the man that's sitting right above you. Tommy, I thought we'd have a little bit of fun. Why don't we put a membership on the line tonight? And if you win, I'll buy a membership for a lucky person in the chat. If you win, or if I win, you buy a membership. Are you good with that?
I'm down with it, Coach. Hey, I picked up a half a point. So it's 6.5 right now, and Brock Purdy has thrown 2 or more touchdowns in each of his last 3 road games, and Christian McCaffrey has scored touchdowns in each of his games against AFC opponents. So I see a lot of run tonight, and if there's no win, I see Purdy throwing a couple of touchdowns tonight, and I like the 6.5.
AB, what do you make of Tommy actually doing some homework and handicapping all of a sudden lately? I don't know if I like it,
man. I love it. I love it.
I don't know if I love it, though. I really don't. By the way, CMC has done well historically, but since he's come back in 3 games, 0 touchdowns, and he's been held in check. Will that change tonight? It very well could, but I think the Bills are a wagon, and I think the Bills very much want to stay in contact with the Chiefs and that number 1 seed. And also the 49ers got blown out by 28 points a week ago. So, Tommy, I hate to do this to you, but just like in the war room over on BTT, I'm getting ready to teach you a little lesson tonight, boy. There are #levels to this game.
What is that?
Our showdown, Tommy, music. See? It's me against you.
Yes.
I'm looking you right in the eye.
I got it. You're going down, dude. Are you like I beat you? AB, I beat him every week in War Room, and he still fails to admit it all the time. It's like this, AB. Boom, boom, beat down.
Every time he tries to win, you hit him with that stop.
That was the worst chop I've ever seen, Tommy. Literally the worst.
Okay.
All right. Let's flip it over now to our props for the evening as we go into those. And AB, I know you are locked and loaded. No, I think we're going to wait for the props. Because I need to see something before we get to said props, because it just makes a lot of sense. If you're new to our little show, you have arrived at some place that you've never been before at all, because we like to dive a little bit deeper. We like to go a little bit farther. And tonight, yes, weather could be a factor. Yes, wind could be a factor. We got Brock Purdy on one side. We've got Josh Allen on the other side. But how do they both look inside the no-fly zone?
Coach, let's take a look here at both teams. Write it up on the whiteboard. Take a look at the 49ers here on the left. All right, they're scoring 23.6 points per game. The problem, they're giving up 23.6 points per game, exactly the same. Now, average time of possession, 6th in the NFL. They keep the ball a lot. And their numbers for what their record are not terrible. 4th pass offense, 6th pass defense, 7th rush offense, 12th rush defense. Many teams would love to have these. You look at the Bills side, they're scoring a lot of points, Hoss, and they're not giving them up. Look at that. Only 19.5 points per game allowed. Time of possession's good, and then just solid there. Offense 14th, defense 12th. All right, rush offense 11th, 14th. Just a solid football team. Now let's take a look at Brock Purdy now that we understand how both of these teams get down. All right, Brock Purdy, this is week 11, all right, against the Seattle Seahawks. And what I want you to notice here, number one, the Bills' secondary rankings, okay? It's a solid team, giving up less than 20 points per game. But their secondary can be had. The reason being, they score fast, and they are optimized on offense. So it kind of leaves their defense there in a little bit of, hey, go ahead and just clean this up, fellas, because we're scoring and we're scoring quick. That is what Brock Purdy needs to do tonight. Time of possession and keep the Bills' offense off the field. But you notice, this offense, the passing game, is coming in by yardage, all right? It used to be around 15 yards, 12 yards exactly of where the average pass would be. Look at it now, all right? That's 5 yards. It's coming in. Why? Because mistakes are happening. Flip it over to the other side here. So you're going to see, especially in the weather, Brock Purdy look to keep passes safe. Obviously, they're going to run the football. We know that. That's what San Francisco wants to do. But where Brock Purdy can get into trouble is if he tries to go to the right side, intermediate and deep. That is going to be a disaster. You have to have a seriously strong arm to throw it in the wind. 50 miles an hour is a lot. 30-plus mile an hour gust, Hoss. This thing could end up in the 5th row if you mess up with that, all right? That's where he's going to get into trouble. Flip it over to his charts. What you're going to see the 49ers look to do, time of possession. That's their game. Your best defense against the Bills and Josh Allen is your offense. Keep the ball out of his hands. He can't score if he doesn't have it. Short pass attempts are going to be way up. 2 things to pay attention to if you're betting props here, okay? Yak. You just saw it. Short passing game. Both of the running backs, tight ends, wide receivers, all right? But take off and go once you catch it. That's where they're going to get if they want to stay in this game. And penalties, especially on 1st and 2nd down offensively. You cannot be behind the sticks because it is going to be trouble. So look for San Francisco, all right? Every single play to use pre-snap motion. And I mean every single play, okay? They're going to put a wide receiver, running back, or a tight end into motion and find where the Bills linebackers are. 3.5 stars for Brock to throw a pick. All right. Before we get into Josh, the problem with Brock is his shoulder and an injury. Can he finish the game? That's the biggest question that we have. Now, take a look at Josh Allen. Take a look at the 49ers secondary, all right? It's pretty good to the left, okay, and deep right. Other areas can be had. Now, Josh Allen, I just said, he is optimized in this Bills offense because he's not having to do too terribly much. Look at this passing game. This is 2 weeks ago against the Chiefs. 27 of 40, 262, 1 tutty, 1 interception. But look at the passes, all right? 5 yards it in. Most of them coming behind the line of scrimmage. He'll take deep shots, but not too terribly many because they can run the football and they can just stay balanced and keep your defense on its heels. Flip it over here. Where Josh Allen's going to get into trouble is deep, okay? Now, he's got a cannon. I don't care what wind it is. He can throw into it. But deep middle, intermediate middle, deep left. Trouble. But here are the big ones. Short left and right at the line of scrimmage. Why do you say that? The 49ers, their defensive line, pretty dang good. And they get their hands up as well. They flush Josh, get him out of the pocket, make a mistake. That is where your interception is going to come. Watch for it tonight. Now, take a look at what the Bills want to do. Like I said, the X factor is Josh Allen. He's running the last 3 games way more than he normally has been, and it is working like a charm because the 49ers, their defense is built through the linebackers. You know what? You're either playing back, you're playing up, you're playing right in the middle. And with Josh Allen, all right, and you got to drop back to stop the deep ball, and he takes off, yeah, trouble. Look for that tonight. Look for a lot of rushes out of Josh Allen. And his longest rush, Check those stats. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. This man has been on fire on the ground. 5 straight games of 30-plus points or more. This Bills offense is humming, all right? Longest receptions are in play. I don't care what weather it is. Not only in the air directly catching it, but yak as well. And we talked about pre-snap motion with the 49ers. You're going to see it with the Bills too, because they are built. San Francisco is through the linebackers, and you have to move those guys because they can pass pro. They can stop you in the pass, they can stop you in the run, and they can do everything. This defense is talented. Watch for Josh Allen to find the linebacker. They fall back on their heels. He's running. They put up on their toes. He's throwing it over his head. All right, 3.5 stars for Josh Allen. Throw a pick as well.
I almost played the team total for Buffalo, and then the win, and then I see that stat and go, damn it, I should have done that. Quick update, guys. Carolina, they scored. They are going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So now the Atlanta Falcons. Did you have the Bucs -3, Seabass?
I did not, but I like the way Baker's been playing, and I just want to see them win. I just want to see him win. So to lose to Carolina, who's terrible.
They almost beat the Chiefs, though.
Yeah, they're playing well.
They're playing better. They're playing better. So
I like
right now,
like
as I look at it, Tampa's going to fall to 5-7. Atlanta at 6-6. Despite 4 interceptions from Kirk Cousins, they are still a first-place team by a full game. All right, let's get back to these quarterbacks, because AB just did a phenomenal job breaking down how both quarterbacks like to get down. These are the numbers, Seabass, according to DraftKings. And tonight, it seems like it's not a coin flip type of thing, but we got to be very, very careful, because those pass yards, they're a little bit lower than normal because of the weather. But if we get to game time and the weather isn't as bad as we think, maybe we can jump on one of these. Anything jump out to you?
Yeah, Coach, as I'm looking at this, AB touched on it in his no-fly zone. The yak is going to be crucial for both of these quarterbacks if they want to go over their pass yards. What I'm really looking at is going to be the attempts, because if that wind is really ripping, I don't know that either of these guys get to 31 or 30 pass attempts. I think we're going to see a lot of ground control in this game. So if I'm looking at anything to keep Buffalo off the field, I'm looking at Brock Purdy under 30.5 pass attempts tonight.
See, I love that analysis right there. I really, really do. We saw several games this afternoon, Tommy, where guys were in the 20s when it comes to attempts. Well, you can't get to 20 completions if you're in the 20s for attempts. At least most can't. So I like that analysis. But, Tommy, you're still a few hours away from Buffalo, but you can feel it. You understand when you walk out your front door and you go, yeah, Coach has my number. You understand what it's all about. But when it comes to these numbers, what are you seeing?
What I'm seeing is, again, depending on the wind there, the longest pass for Purdy, 32 yards, that's not happening, man. Like I said, Allen has the gun to probably get that down there, but Purdy doesn't. And I don't see him going 32 and a half yards longest pass here tonight at all. I think it's going to be a run game, and I like my odds with McCaffrey more than anybody running the ball in this game tonight.
Tommy, Brian in the chat asked about Josh Allen. His number tonight for rushing is 34.5. You said more than once that he's been using his legs more lately, and they won the Chiefs game by running in and breaking like 5 tackles. Do you like that number, since it's a little bit lower than we've seen in years past? It's normally been high 40s, low 50s. But since he hasn't been doing as much this year, it's come down to this. But this might be that sweet spot.
Yeah, it could be. And since Frisco's hurting on the defensive end, you could see him taking some shots today at running that ball big time.
I think I have CT. I could have swore I said AB, and I said Tommy. AB, Now let me go. I've done it like 3 times this week.
No,
AB,
you're good. Yeah, you're good. I got you. Yeah. Look, 100%. Like, I don't mind the yardage. All right. 7.5 is a rushing attempts number, and the longest rush for Josh Allen is 12.5. I love the 12.5. Love that number.
If he says love, that's a capital L. Capital L. And speaking of capital L's, gentlemen, we have 45 seconds and counting. And the Ravens, I told you they were inconsistent, didn't I? Didn't I tell you guys that? They're going to lose 24. Well, it's 24-12 right now. Clock running. They're not going to score again. They're at their own 42-yard line. So quickly as this game goes into the books, we'll get to our props in a minute. AB, let me come back over to you. What does this game and the result tell you about both teams?
Well, that the Eagles are good and that the Ravens, again, Justin Tucker, he's a massive part of this team, man. Like he cut down field yardage that they needed. Without him, what do you do on 4th and 2 from the 27? You can't trust it anymore. He's missing extra points. Now you have to go for 4th downs and you have to score touchdowns, man. Like this changes a conservative coaching team with a Harbaugh. This changes it completely, man.
Yeah.
Completely. And Seabass, now they're going to be, let's not sleep on the Steelers, a full 2 games back of the Steelers in the AFC North. The Ravens are not the team that everybody seems to think that they are, just because every now and then they come out and pound somebody.
I think the issue, we're talking about it tonight, is Justin Tucker. That guy was automatic. And if you go back and look at every Ravens loss this year, Justin Tucker has missed multiple field goals in that game, to which they could have won. And I'll be the first one to admit it. If you go back, run the tapes, coach, early in the season, I wrote the Steelers off. I didn't think that they were going to be anywhere near where they are right now. And they're a legit playoff. They're a playoff team. I don't know if they're a legit Super Bowl team yet, but they can make a run. They look really good.
Speaking of a run, I spoke too soon.
Yeah, you did.
Baker Mayfield, long pass with like 15 seconds to go in the game. They kick a field. All they had was like 22 seconds to go. So Baker gets him in a position. They make a long field goal, tied at 23, going to overtime. Amazing. So 23-23. It's crazy. I love sweating these games live on DTL Prime Time Live. If you're just joining us, we're approaching the 30-minute mark. The live number tonight is ridiculous, so thank you to all of you for allowing that to happen. On your way in, please hit that like button. It really helps the show grow. All right, so you've seen the no-fly zone. You can kind of wrap your head around where we're going, but some of you don't like to play spreads or team totals or what we call straight bets, but you like props. We have you covered there too. It's now time to prop it up. You know who we start with. My zone is my man AB, and he's going strong tonight. AB, you're up.
All right, we got some fun ones here tonight. All right, so first off, Josh Allen, anytime TD, plus 110. Christian McCaffrey, anytime TD, minus 115. All right, it is going to be some tough weather out here. I like guys running the football and guys that are used to scoring running the football. Love both of these dudes right here. We're also going to take Josh Allen over 7.5 rush attempts at minus 105. Not only during the game, but remember, kneel downs, they count as well. And then finally, Brock Purdy and Josh Allen both to throw a pick. Purdy at minus 120, Josh Allen at minus 105.
I like it. Way to start, AB. Now, I'm going to let that all wash over you for a second because I'm trying to do 3 or 4 things at once. It's called next level hosting. Try it sometime. Now, Seabass, let me come over to you, big boy, because we are all over CMC tonight, you and Big Tommy. Let's start with you. You got one prop? Give it to me.
I got Christian McCaffrey, longest reception over 14.5 yards tonight. He's done this in 4 of his last 5 games. I just think that Purdy's going to be looking to screen pass tonight. They're not going to be able to throw the ball downfield if it's really windy, which that's what we're expecting tonight, looking at weather forecasts. And again, with that cold field, I think that Christian McCaffrey, he's good at making guys miss. Little screen pass, 14.5. Give me 16 yards on the longest.
Okay, I like that play. So, Tommy, let me come over to you because you're also on CMC, but you're on his longest rush. But also, I can't wait to hear your thought process on backing Josh Allen to pass at least 2 touchdown passes. That didn't make any sense. But yet you're on the 49ers plus 6.5. So are you also on the over? Because that's a lot of scoring that has to go on for all of these to hit. Explain yourself.
I think this is going to go over. I think the game is going to be tight, coach, and I think it's going to make the over. And Josh Allen, let's face it, man. He knows how to play in that stadium. He knows the wind. He knows everything. He's not afraid to let it fly. And I think he's going to get 2+ passing touchdowns plus 100. and easy for McCaffrey to rush over 15.5 yards at plus 115. That's a layup for him.
Longest rush. All you got to do is get 1 for 16 yards.
Yep.
They'll play that cover 2, and they're good to go.
Yep.
AB, I feel like I'm getting no love from the crew anymore. Our live audience continues to go up every single show, but yet your boy's catching the strays. Dan says, if you want next level hosting, coach, pass the torch to DG.
You know,
Wow.
hey, the strongest member of the team usually takes the arrows. So give yourself some pride on that.
Well, thank you for making me try to feel better about that. Japan, I don't even know what Japan would do with his life if I wasn't in it, because not only is he taking shots at me in the chat, but I just looked on social media and he's taking shots at me on the X too. Japan, did you have a life before the coach?
Hey, in the voice of you guys' former employer, he's wearing you out, pal.
Yeah, that still rings in my ear, AB. Oh.
It really does. You're killing his character. You're killing his character.
Yeah.
All right, I got one play tonight. Khalil Shakir. This guy has become Josh Allen's new favorite target. And tonight, over 5.5. This should be 6.5 or 7, to be honest with you. He had 8 catches a week ago. And also remember, their last game, they had a bye week. But remember this kid, he's small, but he can go short and he can go long. Tonight, he'll sail over 5.5 catches. So let's cash with the coach. By the way, 1-1 today on my picks from the early portion of the day. All right, let's take a look a little bit deeper at comparisons. We always like to look at the 2 biggest running backs, and tonight we got 2 studs. And AB, let me come back over to you, because CMC, he's been back for 3 games now. He's got to start being used in the full capacity. They have no more games to give away. So we got to give him the ball 20 times. We got to get him to 125 total purpose yards. What do you like here?
Coach, you and I have done these shows, a million of them. I have never seen Christian McCaffrey at 63.5 rush. I've never seen it. I've never seen anything close to it. Look at the attempts, 15.5, and the pass attempts for Purdy were 30.5. What does that tell you? They're going to be throwing the ball a lot. Dude, McCaffrey, give me the rush yards here. You'll never get a number lower than that, ever. And did you guys realize that Big Tommy C is moving lines? Did you guys know that? Tommy, you get about 15.5. Now it's at 16.5.
Yeah, I know.
Just watching the show live. Tommy, I mean, where you've gone in your handicapping career, it is next level. But let's look at all the other numbers right here. Anything you like, because you're on the longest rush. But is there anything else? Maybe 2+ touchdowns, maybe a little sprinkle. I like James Cook for that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know about McCaffrey 2+ touchdowns. I like his attempts though, 15.5. He's definitely running the ball more than 15 times tonight in order for them getting scoring position and everything like that. So I like the attempts, and of course, I love the longest rush.
Of course you do. And I think Tommy just hit a really sharp number there. The attempts, you got to believe that they're going to shorten this game. They cannot allow what happened last week to happen this week, Seabass, and allow a team to score 38 points. To do that, you're going to have to let CMC work on the ground tonight.
Agreed. I love what AB said. I love what Tommy said. I'm going to go a little different approach here, Coach. It's not on the board here, but I like both of these running backs tonight. I want to parlay McCaffrey and Cook both for an anytime touchdown. Not 2 for one guy, 2 for but each one to get 1 anytime touchdown. So at -125, -120. I'm not Raphael. I'm not the numbers guy, but that's got to be like plus 230, right?
It's definitely plus money. AB, go. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, you're going to see in just a second on the wide receiver portion. Look at the anytime and 2 touchdown numbers. Books feel like it is going to be rushing touchdowns all night tonight. That's a sharp play right there.
All right, let's flip it over then. Let's see those receiving prop lines tonight. See exactly what AB is talking. Holy moly. AB, explain this. I don't think I've ever seen numbers this big for guys like this.
I know. And these are the 2, quote unquote, the leading receivers, right, for each team. Plus 320, plus 210, 3,000, 1,800. Like, look at the receiving yard. Look at the receptions, right? Longest reception. Yeah, man, like the books are telling you that where they're putting their money is in the run game.
Real quick, I had a question, and then I got this distracted because the Buccaneers are lining up for a field goal attempt, which means the game will not be over regardless because they got the ball first in overtime. Seabass, let me come over to you because AB is always on point. By the way, AB, where did Juwan Jennings go to school?
The University of Tennessee.
That's what I'm talking about. Seabass, based off of everything that AB just said, the yards here are also, last week Shakir went over 70. I love this dude tonight. Do you like anything here in the air?
Coach, I'm gonna just follow your lead here. And if Khalil Shakir is gonna get over 5.5 receptions, I'm gonna let you keep that one. I'll take his over 54.5 yards based on your analysis, Coach. Your analysis.
I mean, respect where respect is due. Thank you, Seabass. Now, Big Tommy, because I am teaching lessons. I feel like I'm in class tonight. I'm just teaching everybody a little something there, Big Tommy. Now, these two dudes normally would probably be in the 60s. The longest reception for Shakir, 21.5. I don't mind that. What do you see, Tommy?
I like the anytime touchdown for both of these guys tonight. Man, those numbers there, that's incredible. I like the anytime touchdown for these guys. It's going to happen, and just book it, dude.
Just book it, dude. Hardcore analysis from Big Tommy C right there. And you're going to see in a matter of moments that I am heavily invested, Tommy, on an anytime touchdown. But I want that anytime touchdown to be the first touchdown of the game. Damn it. I cannot take any more jokes from Japan. I just can't take it. It's starting to get under my skin.
Uh-oh.
Heel
really coach. Is. Heel coach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, one of these days, heel coach is going to host the entire show.
Yeah.
You don't want that to happen. Like 60 minutes of that? Oh, we don't want that. All right. Before we get to the gym, there's a lot of you, because I'm seeing that live number just go higher and higher and higher, that we're not here at the top of the hour. Don't worry about it. We go through all of our picks one more time, 10 seconds or less on each one. I don't need the music producer, man. I just need the straight play. AB, I'm going to start because I love tonight. I love the Bills, minus the 6.5. I love that it came down from 7. I don't even think it's going to matter. I think they win by 10 or more. 49ers are cooked. Seabass.
Coach, I like the Bills too. I just didn't have the balls to take them on the straight 6.5. So we did a little teaser tonight, mostly because when the weather is bad, people like to play unders, and that game can go over. I do want to see some points tonight. I think there will be. So give me the Bills and the over in a teaser, -0.5 and over 38.5.
All right. I like that a lot. Tommy, give us your losing play.
I like the 49ers 6.5. I think it's going to be a tight game. And they have scored first in each of their last 6 games against AFC opponents. And that's a big deal in this game, scoring first.
All right, change over to our props. AB, I love all of yours. Educate us.
Let's go. Josh Allen and Christian McCaffrey, each one to get an anytime touchdown. All right, Josh Allen over 7.5 rush attempts. And then Brock Purdy throws a pick. Josh Allen throws a pick. Let's go.
Let's go. I like Khalil Shakir. We're going over 5.5 catches tonight, plus 105. The reason I didn't go with the yardage, which I still love, and Seabass is taking it now, is because I'm a little bit scared of the weather. I will admit it. But how many times have we watched the game, whether all day, weather's bad, and it comes out and it's really, really nice. So hopefully that's the case tonight. I like over 5.5 catches. Seabass, talk to me.
Christian McCaffrey going to be out here making guys miss. I don't think Brock Purdy's going to be able to get the ball downfield, but some screen passes are well within his range, and Christian McCaffrey's going to make a few guys miss. Give me his over 14.5 for his longest reception tonight.
Tommy C.
I love Josh Allen, 2+ touchdowns at plus 100 tonight. He knows that stadium inside and out. He can do it, no problem at all. McCaffrey running over 15.5 yards at 115. Man, that is easy for McCaffrey.
Or McCaffrey, depending on where you live.
McCaffrey.
By the way, Tampa missed the field goal.
Oh, wow.
And Carolina has the ball, a one-handed catch. Oh, my God. That's insane. What a great catch by Adam Thielen. So they're all the way down to the 34 of the Bucs. A field goal wins this game for Carolina. You never know. It's week to week, boys. It is week to week in this league. It's absolutely banana land. Oh, no! Oh! Fumble! Carolina fumbles the ball. The Bucs recover the fumble. First down 5 minutes ago, Tampa. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? And all the Carolina players right now are looking around like, what just happened? What just happened? Oh, my goodness.
Who fumbled it?
Who fumbled?
The young kid from Oklahoma State, number 30. What's his name? Oh, my gosh. I'm seeing his name right now. Hubbard.
Oh, Chuba Hubbard?
Yeah.
Chuba.
Oh, what a
Glenn
bad
Hubbard.
time
no,
to
he's a baseball player.
fumble. Oh, my goodness. Wow. It's never over till it's over. Just ask the Raiders on Friday. If you know, you know. All right. Now, we have reached that time of the show. And I have not properly given this man his flowers because on Thanksgiving, we had 3 different gym picks.
Oh, I forgot to say.
And about 6 minutes in, my man got a second diamond. AB, I got to give you props where props are due. Sam Laporta, now for the rest of the season, you will have at least 2 diamonds above your name. I'll ask you the laziest question that drives me insane on all interviews. How do you feel?
Feeling great, Coach, because who you put your trust in are tight ends to get that first tutty for you. And I'm going with Dawson Knox. He went to high school right across the street from our 24/7 sports offices there in Brentwood. Went to Brentwood Academy. Shout out there. Shout out Maryland Farms. Dawson Knox, my boy. Plus 1,100. Let's get that third diamond.
Yeah, Kincaid's out tonight. So Knox is going to get a lot of the run the entire game. If AB gets a third diamond before I get a first one, I'm going to drive. I don't even know what I'll do. I don't even know what I'll do. All right, Seabass, he's in the club. He's up there. Young Peyton said we don't pop bottles anymore, so I got to stop saying that. But Seabass has been in the club. He knows all the way around the club. Who do you like tonight?
First of all, what does King let us know about being in the club? Who's not popping? I'm popping bottles, Coach. I got all the bottles. Anyway, I'm going Mac Hollins tonight. Now, while he doesn't have the most red zone targets for the Bills, he does have 3 touchdowns in the red zone. 4 targets, 3 touchdowns. So give me Mac Hollins tonight.
I had a vision. that actually cashed. I feel like, Tommy, that guys like me and you are going to be shut out all season, and guys like Seabass, AB, DG, Touchdown Tina in the chat, they're going to be cashing for the rest of the year. That's how I feel.
Really?
I do. I'm trying to manifest the opposite. If you can't tell that. Now, on nights where you have 2 good teams, this is when you can get really good numbers over plus 1,000. Those are the rules on both sides. And you got this guy. I cannot believe I didn't get this before you did. Talk to me.
I'm with AB, man. I'm with the tight end scoring first tonight, and I love me some George Kittle at plus 1,300. This dude is a stud, one of the top tight ends in football. Let's go, George.
All right. So one adjustment is that Keon Coleman has just been ruled he's not going to be playing tonight. So all of his numbers are now just literally moments ago off the board. So I'm going to call an audible for producer man, and I'm going to give him Debo tonight. We're going to give producer man Debo tonight. If he cashes, that's going to be good for a diamond. Is everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody good with that? All right.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going with Khalil Shakir. I'm backing this kid all day, all night, every day, every night. Let's get this thing going and get in the club. And by the way, AB, remember what Mark said earlier this week? That if I get a diamond before you or DG get your third, he has to gift 50 premium memberships immediately. It's got to happen tonight, right? 50. 5-0.
Yeah.
Coach, that doesn't say a lot about you.
You got Shakir?
I'm secure.
My man said 50. 5-0.
See, I don't. It's like you're like my friend in 3rd grade over there talking. Well, I'm trying to have some business over here with AB.
50.
All right.
I kind of feel Shakir's getting in first tonight. I kind of feel it.
All right, so Baker has the Bucks. We'll sweat this together all the way down inside the 15 in just a couple of plays. They're lining up for a field goal on 2nd down, and this one is over. The Bucks win 26-23. The over cashes. I cannot remember the spread on this game, but they were now, if you're a Falcons player, you're going, what just happened? So now Falcons, Bucks tied at 6-6 at the top of the NFC South. Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that parity. Amazing? Man, parity. Unbelievable.
So much parity.
Oh.
Except in the AFC West. All right, gentlemen. I think we'll do things a little bit differently tonight. I want a final take. On Sunday Night Football because we had a really cool day. We had a really fun show. We've got a great live number. So, Seabass, I want to start with you. Your final take as we go into a pivotal 2 megawatt teams tonight, the 49ers and the Bills. Start us off.
Man, Coach, I know you want me to talk about the game tonight, and I'm just going to give a quick one here. Bills at home, off a bye week, in the cold and the snow. But, man, what about yesterday and all those upsets? Does the SEC get 5 teams in now?
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Yeah.
Great use of your 15 seconds. Big Tommy, let me come over to you. Your final take.
I love watching football in the snow when it's cold outside and San Francisco has their backs against the wall. They really, really need this game more than the Bills tonight to stay in the playoff race.
Hardcore, sharp analysis from Big Tommy as well. All right, AB, bring us home.
We look at turnover differential, all right, as an analytical stat measuring teams. Turnover differential meaning how many turnovers have you created compared to how many have you given up. San Francisco 49ers, dead even. The Bills, plus 14. They've created 14 more turnovers this year than they have given up. This team is just on a roll on every part of their squad here. Let's see if it continues after the bye week.
And the 49ers on the flip side of that are even in their turnover differential. That's the difference between being a 500 team and being a first-place team. Right there. AB, well done. Seabass, maybe you can learn something. Give me a real take.
I gave you
SEC.
a real take, Coach. I talked about the weather and being at home in a bye week. Those are real things, tangible assets.
All right, that's all the damage that we can do. Great live number. Thank you all very much. Do not forget, we are live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Yes, with Monday mishaps. Then we'll be live tomorrow at 7 Eastern time. We've got the Broncos and the Browns on Monday Night Football with the best damn crew in the business. We are in December. It's the last month of 2024. Let's make it great. Let's stay together, and let's continuing to support each other in the chat as you guys do every single day. So all that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets, except the 49ers plus 6.5, straight to the pay window. My entire crew, damn it, do I love them all. The only 5-star chef in the game, Seabass. My man, Big Tommy C from the Northeast, New York City. Producer man, always behind the scenes, and AB doing the hard work as well, both making this show look like $1 million. I am simply the coach. Try to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single day, even at night on DTL Primetime Live. Good luck.